In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the best WordPress plugins for 2019. This is my guide to the essential plugins for WordPress. And these are plugins that I use on pretty much every single website that I set up. As I said, I think they're pretty much essential if you want to get the best from your WordPress website. So let's get started. Hello, it's Alex here from WP Eagle. Hope you're all well. Now, before we get started, just a quick couple of things. If you're new here, why not subscribe? It's really easy to do. Just click on that subscribe button below. Make sure you click the bell to be notified when I upload new videos, which tends to be every single week. Also, you might want to check out wpeagle.com. Over there, there's loads of great WordPress stuff. There's articles, there's videos, there's infographics, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, go check it out when you get a few moments. And you can also purchase some WP Eagle merch, which at the moment is just t-shirts, but I'm going to be adding some hoodies and other stuff real soon. Find a link in the description to a post over on wpeagle.com, which is all around this video. And on that post, you'll find links to all the plugins that I mention. So let's jump into the plugins. I've got 17 plugins I'm going to be sharing with you today. They're mostly free. I think there might be a couple of premium ones in there too. Now, you're probably not going to use every single plugin on every single site that you set up. Maybe a few you'll use on every single site, definitely, because they're essential. And you always want to keep in mind when you're adding plugins that the more plugins you add, the slower your site can run. So yeah, just be careful with the number of plugins you're running and only use the plugins that you really, really need. But anyway, on that note, let's go. First plugin I want to share with you is a simple little plugin, but it's really useful. It's called Duplicate Post, and it basically allows you to duplicate your posts and pages and possibly some other stuff too. I find it really useful when you've got an existing post that you really like and it's got a nice layout and format and whatever, and you want to create another post or page that's got a similar layout and format. You can use this plugin, make a copy of it, and it will even allow you to create a copy and kind of make it as a new draft. You then go through it, edit the text, edit the images, and you're ready to go. It's a lot easier sometimes doing that than starting with a blank screen completely from scratch. So I use this plugin on pretty much all of my sites because I just find it really useful, and I'm actually surprised why they haven't added this functionality to the WordPress core, because it is really useful. So go check it out, Duplicate Post. The next plugin is for Google Analytics, which is a service that I recommend. If you're not aware of Google Analytics, it allows you to track all the users and visitors to your website, see what they're doing, see where they're coming from, how many pages they view, tons of information basically, so that you can make some informed decisions around your website and your marketing and all that kind of stuff. Now, the thing with Google Analytics, it can be a little bit tricky to add to your website. It involves copying and pasting some code into the footer or the header or some stuff like that. A load of messing around, which I ain't got time for, and I'm sure you haven't got time for either. So with this plugin, which is called Monster Insights, it makes it really easy. You just install the plugin, connect it to your Google account, select your Google Analytics account. By the way, you're going to need one of those. They're free to set up. You can get one over at google.com/analytics or something like that. Just Google it, you'll find it. You connect it to your analytics account, and basically it does all the rest for you. You get your tracking up and running, and you can set up some more complicated things like e-commerce tracking and that kind of. Just a quick note, I've had a quick look, and I think for those advanced features, you may need to upgrade to premium. Hey, whatever. For the basic tracking, it's totally free. So go check it out. The next plugin is a forms plugin. Now, most websites need a form. If you want people to kind of get in touch with you, that kind of stuff, it's good to have a form, especially on your Contact Us page. Now, I'm going to recommend a couple of plugins for this, really depending on how much money you've got and what sort of thing you're looking to do. For a really easy, basic sort of form, I would recommend Happy Forms, which is, as I said, a free form plugin. Really easy to build some cool forms and add them to your pages and posts. In fact, I did a full video on this plugin a little while ago. I'll put a link to that in the description and probably up in a card as well somewhere. So if you want a bit more information about Happy Forms and how to use it and all that kind of stuff, do check that out. The premium plugin that I'm going to recommend is Gravity Forms, which is a plugin I use a lot. I've got a developer license, which is great value because you can then use it on as many sites as you like. Now, you might want Gravity Forms if you're looking to do something a little bit more complex. say for example, a multi-page form where people have to fill in a form and then go to the next page and you get that kind of status across the top. It's really good at doing that. Or maybe you want to integrate it with something like MailChimp or Constant Contact or do some other really funky stuff with your forms. The good thing about Gravity Forms is that it's got a whole load of extensions that are available with the developer license, I think. And you can just add those to Gravity Forms and it does some really cool technical advanced stuff. So yeah, if you've got some complex form requirements, then go for Gravity Forms. If you just want a simple contact form, then Happy Forms will probably do it just fine. So the next plugin is for SEO. Now, as WordPress comes, when you install it, it's pretty good at SEO. I mean, it does most of the stuff right. It puts page titles in the right places, that kind of thing. But if you want a little bit more control and you want to take your SEO to the next level, then you're going to need a plugin. And the plugin that I've been using for quite some time is Yoast SEO. It's one of the more popular SEO plugins out there. It's had millions of installs and I just find it really good. A couple of things that I really like about it is it makes it really easy to optimize your content. You basically add the keywords that you're focusing on and it will read all your content and give you some recommendations on how you can improve it. It also generates a XML sitemap, which you can then submit to Google. Tell Google all about the posts and pages you've got on your site, how often you update them, all kinds of stuff really. And that can really help your SEO and help you get indexed by Google and, hopefully come up in the search results. If you'd like to learn more about Yoast SEO, I've got some videos on the channel on how to set it up and do your sitemaps and all that kind of stuff. Again, you'll find links to all these videos in the description. The next plugin is all around website speed. Now, when it comes to website speed, the main factor is actually going to be your hosting, funnily enough. If you want to find out more about hosting, I've done an in-depth guide around hosting, reviewing loads of different hosting companies, checking out the speeds, that kind of stuff. So if you want the fastest hosting, then do check that out. Again, a link in the description and probably in a card. But if you've got the best hosting, but you want to go even faster, or maybe you've got rubbish hosting and you can't afford to change and you want to squeeze a little bit more speed out of it, then you're going to want a performance plugin. And the one that I'm going to be recommending today is called WP Fastest Cache. It's a free plugin, but there is a premium version available, although I'm not quite sure if you need a premium version. I've got both and not seeing a lot of difference. So you're probably fine with the free one. And what this plugin does is it sets up a caching system on your website. Now, without going into too much techie stuff, a caching system is generally a good thing to have because what it will do is create the pages on your website before a visitor comes to see them. And then when the visitor arrives, you can see this page straight away that's already been generated without WordPress having to generate the page every single time. This plugin has also got a load of other performance enhancing features, including gzip and optimizing your HTML and CSS and JavaScript, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, go check this plugin out. When you get it, install it, tick all the boxes and see what effect it has on your speed. So 2019 is going to be the year of the page builder. End of last year we had WordPress version 5 released, and with that came the Gutenberg editor. Now Gutenberg is sort of a page builder, post builder type thing. It's got blocks and you can drag and drop and add elements, that kind of stuff. However, Gutenberg is a bit basic, and if you want something a little bit more powerful that allows you to create some really nice pages and home pages and service pages and landing pages, you're going to want Elementor, which is my preferred page builder right now. I mean, there are others available and they're fine as well, like Visual Composer and Cornerstone. But right now, I'm just loving Elementor. It's so easy to use, so powerful. You can just drag and drop things onto your pages and your posts. It comes with a whole load of templates, of which there are quite a few included with the free version. But if you want some more, you need to upgrade to Pro. I just find it makes web design with WordPress so much easier and quicker and better. So if you haven't seen Elementor, go check it out, go and install it now. It works best with themes that I think are designed for it, but I'm pretty sure it'll work with any theme that you've got. Go get it, go install it. I think you're going to like it. The next plugin certainly is an essential one. You're probably going to want to install this on every single WordPress website you create. It's called Updraft and it does backups. I know, not very exciting or anything like that, but something that needs to be done, because bad things can happen to your WordPress website. Things can go wrong when you run an update. You can break it yourself. I mean, that's pretty easy. I'm breaking websites all the time. You can get hacked. Yeah, just generally, there's a lot of bad stuff that can happen to a WordPress website. So you want a safety net, and that safety net is a backup. Now, the reason why I've chosen Updraft is it's really easy to use. You just install it, and then you can generate a backup just by clicking a button. You can save the backups automatically to remote storage like Dropbox or Google Drive or something like that. You can also download the backups to your computer for safekeeping too. Then when it comes to restoring the site, it's pretty easy. You just got to upload the backup files or just restore them straight from within the plugin. It makes the whole backup process really easy. The plugin is free. I think there may be a premium version if you need some extra bells and whistles. So yeah, if you're not currently doing backups of your WordPress website, then you need to start doing them today, ideally. Go and install this plugin, generate a backup, and you can sleep sound in the knowledge that your website is going to be okay. The next plugin often gets overlooked. I think it's been included in pretty much all of my best plugins guides ever since I started doing WordPress and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. The plugin is Akismet, and generally it's installed by default when you install WordPress, although I think you need to turn it on, and you do also need to go and get an API key. What Akismet does is it gets rid of all that horrible comment spam that is a bit of a problem with WordPress blogs. You've probably noticed it on your site that when you start adding content and you leave your comments forms on, because obviously you want some comments on your content, you start getting loads of weird stuff coming through that comment form. Trackbacks, pingbacks, other random comments, often linking to dodgy, drug sites, that kind of thing. You don't want any of that, and it's too much to do it manually, going through every single comment, clicking the spam button. It's too much. Akismet does it all for you. It's powered by servers that look at all the dodgy messages across all of the WordPress websites, so they kind of have a good idea in terms of which comments are spam and which ones are legit. I've never seen this plugin spam a legit comment, so no problems on that front. I just install it on every single site. In fact, I just activate it on every single site because, as I said, it's generally installed by default. And yeah, it just gets rid of all the spam, and you don't even notice it. It just does it in the background, and that's how it should be. So if you're not running Akismet, log into your dashboard now, turn it on, get an API key, and yeah, say goodbye to comment spam. So plugin number 10 is Redirection. Now this plugin is really useful as it allows you to easily create 301 redirects. If you don't know what a 301 redirect is, it basically allows you to redirect a visitor from an old URL to a new URL. So this is useful if you create a new website, for example, and the structure of the site has changed. You can repoint the old pages to the new pages, posts and products as well. So that way, if a visitor follows an old link from somewhere on the internet, they don't hit your page and get a page not found. They're seamlessly moved on to the new page, and they don't even notice it. Now, I can't stress how important 301 redirects are. If Google comes in and finds a page not found error for a full page, maybe Google followed a link on the internet somewhere, you're going to get a bit penalized, and it's going to start de-indexing your site and generally play havoc with your SEO. So if you do create a new site and change the structure, you are going to want to use this plugin to create your 301 redirects. Other cool features with this plugin are that if you change the URL on a post, it will automatically create a 301 redirect for you to the new URL, so you don't have to worry about that kind of thing and visitors getting lost and getting 404 pages and all that kind of thing. So really good plugin. It's free and yeah, just really useful. The next plugin is one that I use on pretty much every single WordPress site I create. It's not very exciting, not very interesting, but it's useful. It's called Simple Sitemap, and it allows you to create a sitemap page for your website, which, yeah, that's what it does. It does it really well. It's pretty flexible in terms of what you can show on the sitemap. I think that having a sitemap page is a good thing to have in terms of SEO and visitor experience. So you can create this page with the plugin. You can add a little link to it, to your footer. It makes your site look all legit and professional. And I think it's really good for Google. Now, I did a video recently on how to create the page with this plugin. Again, you'll find the link in the description. My next essential plugin is called Easy Social Share Buttons. Now I'm afraid this plugin is a premium plugin, but I think it's worth the money. I use it again on pretty much every site that I set up, and it basically allows you to add social sharing buttons to your posts and your pages. Now the reason why I love this particular plugin is that it's got so many options and so many features, and that might sound like a bad thing and might sound like it's a bit overwhelming, but trust me, it's not. It's actually really easy to set up. And the options and flexibility are just great because depending on the site that you've got, you're going to want to add different types of social networks, and maybe you want them down the side of the post, or maybe you want them at the bottom of the post, at the top. And it basically gives you all that flexibility and allows you to add the social buttons that you want, in the style that you want, and in the location that you want. So highly recommended. Go check it out. I did a video on it quite a while back, so I'm not sure how up to date that is, but again, I'll put a link to it in the description. The next plugin is a related posts plugin. So this is kind of cool if you want to add some posts to the bottom of your existing posts that are related. Does that make sense? Ugh. Anyway, I think you get what I mean. The reason why I like this plugin is that it's really simple and straightforward. And in fact, I use this on wpeagle.com. If you go take a look at a post, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see it in action. And yeah, basically just add some nice text links at the bottom of your posts to other related posts on your site. It's good for your internal linking, which is good for SEO. And yeah, it just kind of points visitors onto other content that they might be interested in, and hopefully, increases engagement and page views and all that kind of thing. One thing to be aware of with related posts plugins is that they can be really resource intensive and slow down your site. The good thing about this one is it doesn't do that. It's really efficient. It works really well, and it's really fast. So go check it out. Now the next plugin I'm going to recommend is actually attached to a service, and that service is Iubenda. Am I saying that right? It just never sounds right. Now what Iubenda offer is a easy way to create your privacy policy and your cookie policy and all that kind of stuff. And basically this plugin then enables you to easily add those things to your WordPress website. Now, I'm not going to talk about this in too much detail in this video because I've got a full video. In fact, I've got 2 full videos on how to use this service and plugin. You'll find links to them in the description. If you're not running a privacy policy or a cookie policy on your site, then you really should, especially if you're in Europe, because those bureaucrats in Europe, they love coming up with laws where you need to add all this stuff to your site just to stay legal. So yeah, go check out those videos if you haven't got a privacy policy or cookie policy. Now, if you've got a really simple website without too much going on, then you could probably get away with just using their free version and create a very simple cookie and privacy policy that way. If you've got a more advanced website, maybe an e-commerce site, that kind of thing, Amazon affiliate site, then you may need to upgrade to the paid version, but it only costs like $7 a month or something. I probably should have looked this up before I started recording, but yeah, it's only a small amount. Yeah, so go check them out and go check out my video tutorials on how to get them all set up. The next plugin is useful if you're setting up a new site or you need to do some work on your site and you want to kind of take it offline, stop visitors looking at it while you're doing some major changes, that kind of thing. Plugin is called Maintenance, and it basically does what it says. It allows you to put up a really cool looking maintenance screen so that when visitors come to your site and you're doing some work, or maybe it's a new site that's not quite launched yet, you can show them a nice page with your phone numbers and your social network links, that kind of stuff, and you can turn it on and off as and when you need it. Simple, free, but really useful. Go check it. Wow, there's a lot of plugins in this video, isn't there? We're nearly there. I've only got 2 more to share with you. So let's get on with that. The next plugin is called Tablepress. Now, I don't use this on every single website because not every single website needs a table. But if you do need a table, then this one is pretty good. It allows you to easily add your data. You can import from Excel using CSV files, that kind of stuff. You can see it in action on my WordPress hosting post. You'll find the link in the description to that one. I mentioned it earlier. On that post, I've got tables with data, and I'm using this plugin. It has a free version and a premium version. The basic version allows you to create basic tables, basically. I said basic a lot there. And it's probably going to be fine for most people's needs. However, if you want to add a few extra bells and whistles, maybe you want to make the table more responsive or add the functionality so that people can sort the data within a table, then there are a few extensions that are available. They're only a few dollars. and you can just kind of pick and choose the ones you need. It's a really good plugin for tables, so go check out Tablepress. Final plugin I want to share with you today is called Really Simple SSL. I've mentioned it a number of times in my SSL videos. Now, most hosting companies nowadays provide you with a free SSL certificate, which is a really good thing to have. For those of you that don't know, an SSL certificate allows people to connect to your site over a secure encrypted connection. So that makes them feel really nice and safe when they're filling in forms or going for a checkout. Now, even though the hosting companies provide you with a free SSL certificate, you do need to configure your WordPress website in order to make use of it. What this plugin does is it does that for you. You just install the plugin, turn it on, and job's done. If you want more information about securing your site with SSL, I've done a few videos on this. You'll find the links in the description. So that brings to the end of this video. Hope you found it useful. Hope you're going to go and check out some of those plugins that I mentioned. I think you should. I think they're going to really improve your site. Well done for making it this far in the video. Not many people get to the end of my videos, funnily enough. If you enjoyed it and you found it useful, I'd really appreciate a like. Just click on the like button below. Really helps me out. Remember, WP Eagle merchandise is available on wpeagle.com. Go check it out. Get yourself a t-shirt. You'll be the envy of all your friends, possibly. If you're not already subscribed, which I'm sure you are, because, yeah, why wouldn't you be? But, you know, for whatever reason you forgot, you can do it right now just by clicking on the eagle, click on subscribe, click on the bell to be notified of new videos. There is some videos of me on that channel too. They're vlogs. See what you think. And here's some more videos chosen specially for you. Hope you enjoy them. Till next time, bye for now.